Solvete omnes. Today we're looking at Sallust's Bellum Catilinae, lines 1 through 25. About the conspiracy of Catiline, as truthfully as I will be able, I will give an account of with a few words. For, and then let's go to existimo. We have an archaism here. It's existimo. For I think that this deed, especially, and then to be has been left out, like in Sallust, where he leaves a lot of the verb to be's out, or erat or fuit. Now he's leaving out essay here. So I think that this deed to be especially memorable. And then we have an ablative cause, novitate, because of the newness of both the crime and of the danger. Then we have de cuius hominis moribus, as a connective relative connecting one sentence with the other using a relative pronoun. All right. Now, with these, when you have a relative pronoun that's working like this, you can translate it like hic, or ille, or is ea id. So you can say this or that. So let's just say this. About this man's moribus character, a few things must be explained, and this is a passive periphrastic, priusquam. We have a temesis of priusquam, where we have the word priusquam split in half and separated by a few words. So let's just go ahead and translate with a quam here. Before I will make a beginning of talking. And now we're talking about Catiline's character. Catilina natus, that's the PPP, or perfect participle of nascor, that's deponent. So having been born from a noble family, he was, or Catiline was, with a great strength, both of mind and of body, but with a bad and depraved inborn nature. Now this is a dative going with grata, but let's go ahead and we'll come to that in a second. Ab adolescentia, from his youth, internal wars, caede, slaughter, robberies, and civil discord were pleasing, dative, to this man. And there he trained his youth. Corpus, his body, patiens, enduring of lack of food, allegoris, of cold, of lack of sleep, beyond which is believable, quiquam, to anyone, dative. Animus audax, his spirit, and now we have an ellipsis of s, so it's been after was. His spirit was bold, subdolus, crafty, various, a hider and pretender, and then we have a temesis of cuius lubet or cuius libet. So a pretender and a hider of anything. All right, so this has been split. Now we're going to get here a neuter adjective that's referring to like wealth or property in the singular, and he uses that here, alieni and sui, and I think we see it down with talking about the soldiers of Sulla, the soldiers of Sulla. So, greedy of other people's stuff. Lavish, profusus, literally poured forth of his own stuff. Burning, ardens, in desire. And then we have this beautiful chiasmus here, where we have a nominative and a genitive, and then a genitive and a nominative. The ABBA construction. All right? And there's no S, because this is Sallust, and there's no conjunction. All right? So we say, enough of eloquence, little of wisdom. His vast mind, and then we have to go down to semper cupibat, was always desiring immoderate things, incredible things, and too high things. Huic post dominatio, so after the tyranny of Sulla. Now huic is your object here. Let's go to our lubido maxima. Now this is nice, some archaisms again. So the greatest desire had invaded Hunk, this man, and its desire for what? Of what? Of seizing, a nice gerundive phrase, a gerundive with a noun, but go ahead and make this the object of the gerundive, even though it's genitive, of seizing the republic. So the greatest desire of seizing the republic had invaded this man. Nor, and this is the trickiest sentence here, nor id. Now the problem here that id is your object. The subject, the verb here is habebat, and you see there's no nominatives. All right, the nominative is contained in it, in its Catalina. Now, habebat in Sallust often can be translated as consider. Okay, and so that's what I'm going to do here. So he considered it of anything of weight, nor did he consider anything of weight. So we say, nor did he consider it anything of consequence. This is a part of the genitive. Anything of something. That's anything part of the whole. Anything of weight. So nor did he consider it of any importance by what ways he approached taking over the Republic. As long as doom, and it's a weird use of doom here, or provided that he obtained the kingdom for himself. There we go. So then we're at line 15 here. Okay. More and more in dies, daily, his fierce mind was agitated. And then we have it agitated by what? By a lack of family things, so of family wealth. That's what it means. And of the knowledge of crime, which both he had increased by these methods, by these arts, which previously or above I have told. And this is another little tricky sentence here. So we start here with mores, okay? Or we should say the corrupta mores. The corrupt morals of the state, moreover, incited him. And then we have a relative clause describing the mores. So we can say like the mores, which, and then we can go here, luxury and greed, the greatest evils, or and diversa. This is a really weird and mutually opposed evil. So like it's like evils separated amongst themselves, but it's like the worst and evils, mutually opposed. Luxury and greed. So how can you be wanting luxury and also wanting greed? Like you're greedy for more stuff, but then you're spending all your stuff. So it's like, how can this all work? But luxury and greed, the worst and mutually exclusive evils amongst themselves, like wexebots, disturbed which. So which, the worst, sorry, and the mutually exclusive evils, luxury and greed, disturbed these corrupted morals, moreover, excited him. Okay? Then we have Catalina, both because foreign bronze, or debt, was great through all the lands, and because very many soldiers of Sulla, and then we have usi, perfect partial from utor, having used up, and then we have again suo here. Okay, suo means like their wealth. Okay, just like in line 10, we have aliena ad petens, sui profusis. So we go back here and we say usi. So because very many soldiers of Sulla, having used up their own stuff too lavishly, and then we have memores, mindful of robberies and of earlier victories, they hoped for civil war. So because they hoped for civil war, and the debt everywhere, then we have Catalina, and then you have to go to the end here, Concilium capit. So if you look here, it's Concilium capit, desired or came up with a plan, adopted a plan of opprimi re publica, of seizing the republic. A nice gerundive phrase again. Okay? And then we have the last little bit here, almost done. In Italy, nullus exercitus, there was no army. Gaius Pompeius in the farthest lands waged war. And then we have here, for Catiline, seeking, PAP, the consulship, there was great hope. The Senate was not at all, nihil sane, nihil is it's working like an adverb, not at all on watch. Res omnes, all things were safe, tutai, and tranquil, but these things were thoroughly an opportunity for Catiline. And there we go. Well, late omnes lingua latina est vita.